Hey guys, welcome back to another cryptocurrency news article. This one comes from the Bitcoinist, and this is El Salvador's Bitcoin law, 1 year anniversary, and this is the good, the bad, and the ugly. So here we go. Believe it or not, El Salvador's Bitcoin law is only 1 year old. This is a multi year project in its infancy. What mainstream media is working extra hours to call a failure is equivalent of a baby. Why do they hate babies so much? All jokes aside, there are several areas where criticism of the project is justified. The thing is, mainstream media, the IMF, and the World Bank have problems identifying them. The Bitcoin law projects is not failing, and El Salvador hasn't lost money on their Bitcoin investment. The project's failures can and should be criticized, and that's where Bitcoinist comes in. However, the Salvadorian government knew what it was getting into with its Bitcoin investment. Volatility is the name of the game. This has happened before and will happen again. As long as El Salvador doesn't sell their BTC, there's no loss. There are just market fluctuations. So here we go. Here are some tweets from when it happened of Nayib Bukele tweeting, "Let's make Bitcoin law." I just sent the Bitcoin law to Congress, so it's crazy how it's only been a year. And now speaking about the government, the publication is about Bitcoin, so we won't discuss politics. The post is about El Salvador's Bitcoin law, nothing more, nothing less. In any case, we'll get to the criticism. Let's be courteous and start with the flowers. So the good. El Salvador's Bitcoin law is 1 year old and it's its anniversary. The first thing to praise is El Salvador about Bitcoin is legal tender there. Its citizens have direct access to the greatest monetary system ever invented. The government is the first one openly accumulating the scarcest asset in the world. That in itself is outstanding. Plus, they've avoided the temptation of the digital printing press and remain Bitcoin only. That is an anomaly of epic proportions, but it's hard to see its magnitude because El Salvador's Bitcoin law was the first one. In a year in which every country under the sun is reporting record inflation numbers, El Salvador remains in the green. On top of that, the US government has been printing dollars like there's no tomorrow. The two dollarized countries in the area, Panama and Ecuador, report protesting chaos in the streets. El Salvador is calm and that on that front, and they might still be dollarized, but they're also hyper Bitcoinized. And that made a difference. Plus, the government took profit from their Bitcoin investment and built a pet hospital that will serve San Salvador for years to come. The Bitcoin Beach are worldwide celebrities in Bitcoin circles. They've been a staple of the latest Bitcoin conference, and their story usually gets extra praise in the press and Twitter. The Bitcoin Beach project in itself, the inspiration for El Salvador's Bitcoin law, keeps growing. It's getting stronger, and it's helping similar projects to follow in their footsteps, and that shows greatness. Now let's move on to the bad of El Salvador's Bitcoin law of the 1 year anniversary. Is Bitcoin City a viable project? We might be wrong, but the model President Bukele once showed looks like almost comically massive. That government would have to bet most of its social and economic capital to build it, and Bitcoin would have to perform beautifully during the construction. And then there's the problem of centrally planned cities as a concept, but that's a topic for another time. Here's a tweet from Nayib Bukele on El Salvador bought today 80 Bitcoin at $19,000 each. So they were buying it. There's also the topic of the volcano bonds that are supposed to finance the whole operation and the application of El Salvador's Bitcoin law. The government faced heavy criticism for delaying it multiple times, but they might avoid a bomb. To release the volcano bonds at the beginning of the bear market would have been catastrophic. However, the Salvadorian government doesn't get a pass for announcing them and failing to execute. That was a bad. Now, what is the ugly? The worst thing about El Salvador's Bitcoin law operation has been the Chivo ecosystem, especially that the wallet, first of all, it's not necessary and stinks of CBDC. Secondly, it was poorly executed and a lot of people lost dollars or BTC and never got it back. Plus, interoperability with other Lightning Network wallets was paramount and should have been a priority, reportedly. The Chivo wallet is tailor made for handling digital dollars and BTC and is an afterthought. Finally, why was Algorand involved at all? That's suspicious and points to nasty possibilities. Anyway, the Chivo wallet was a failure, but thankfully there are hundreds of Lightning Network wallets and they're all interoperable. So that's always great news. And here's a funny tweet from Napoleon Azuris Camisas a la voz, Bitcoin de El Salvador. No all Bitcoin. The other area that requires heavy criticism is the lack of education. El Salvador's Bitcoin law is 3 pages long and specifically promises educational efforts. Bitcoin is a complex subject. If people don't have a reliable way of acquiring information about it, they won't adopt Bitcoin. They won't send and receive remittances. They will not save in the hardest currency the world has ever known. But the Bitcoin rabbit hole is a deep and intricate one. The sooner the people start to travel Bitcoin's long and winding road, the better. And the more help they have, the fastest they travel will be better. Organizations like My First Bitcoin can do it all. The Salvadoran government has to step up and face the educational responsibilities it is assuming by passing El Salvador's Bitcoin law. Now, luckily, my good friend Bitcoin Ben is out there right now. He just did a live stream of El Salvador in the new office. And yeah, we're all about helping educate the world on cryptocurrencies. And yep, so we're here to help. But yeah, that's the good of the bad and the ugly of what's going on. The good is, hey, they made it a year. Awesome. The bad, they announced the volcano bonds, but it doesn't. But they failed to deliver. So nothing wrong with making a date or a headline of when it could happen. But that's just why it's in the bad. And then the ugly, their Chiba wallet was a mess when it did came out. Lots of errors and everything, but it's still okay. The Lightning Network has a bunch of wallets out there that are interoperable, so love it. But yeah, if you guys like this article, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe if you haven't done so. So until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.